Good morning. What a room. It's fantastic. So a couple of things. Brandon Combs with CAL-FFL, CAL-FFL Foundation, Firearms Policy Coalition. Wear a few different hats, but I'm here to talk today about California policy. I'm glad everybody's sitting down. I've got a surprise for you. California legislature passed 3 anti-gun bills this year. That surprise anybody? Yeah, I don't think so. Right. So I'm getting to that. Here's the interesting thing. The only gun bill that has been signed in California this year was a pro-gun bill. And more to the point, the 3 anti-gun bills that were passed have not been signed yet. It's not over. We're actually waiting for Governor Brown to make his decision. And I want to talk about the 3 bills really briefly here, but to set the context, one thing about Governor Brown that everybody should realize is he's actually a pretty practical guy. I know everybody's looking at me funny when I say that, but here's a veto message on a bill that we actually worked and opposed and fixed on First Amendment concerns, of all things. And Governor Brown vetoed the bill about a week and a half ago, and he said, you know, California already has 5,000 criminal laws covering almost every conceivable type of human misbehavior. Do we really need another one? Governor Brown said that. Okay, are we winning? When Governor Brown says maybe time out, maybe we have enough laws, maybe we need to talk about what's already on the books and stop making new ones. So, you know, certainly he'll be working these issues as he does whatever he wants to do. But I think that we should be cautiously optimistic about these 3 bills and maybe getting a clean sweep. And speaking for a moment on that, how far has the gun rights movement come in which I can come up here and talk about California gun rights and the fact that we went out the entire year? How far have we come to be able to say that? And just to put things in perspective, we worked 40 bills this year in California alone. Last year, we worked 72. So we were talking about earlier, I think there were a couple of comments, only 3. Yes, only 3. And we're playing almost all defensive ball. I think those are pretty good odds, and I think that really shows the strength of the grassroots, the strength of our arguments. So really quickly, 3 bills. AB 1134 is a bill that would change the carry license process. It's a literal direct attack on a CAL-FFL Foundation case called Liu versus Baca. That case is a court of appeal. It will be argued at September 29th, actually. So the second bill, SB 347, would create a 10-year total gun ban for anyone that's convicted for possessing ammunition on a California school campus. Simple possession. I mean, you went to the range, a round falls into your purse, and you go onto a school grounds, right? That is a 10-year gun ban if this bill goes through. Pretty significant stuff. Now, here's the reason why I think that we might win on this. In 2013, a bill called Senate Bill 755 by the same author was vetoed. Brown's message there was, you know what? I don't think that taking gun rights away from people that didn't commit violent crime is really how we do public policy. It is going to make a difference. So I think that we have a pretty good chance on that. But let's come to the last one here, which is Senate Bill 707. This is the real big issue this year that we're really focused on. This would do the exact opposite of what most states are doing, and this would actually remove the right to carry on school grounds from those that are licensed CCW holders. It would also remove an exemption, a CCW exemption for possession of ammunition. You see how these bills are sort of married up, right? One takes away your ability to possess ammunition on campus under the exemption, and the other one makes it a 10-year ban. That is the 3-step plan, right? Get everybody on a list, expand the class of prohibited persons, expand the number and type of firearms that can't be possessed, right? That is really the gun control plan going forward. So 707 would take away those exemptions. More outrageously than that even, is that it would add new exemptions for retired law enforcement officers that didn't exist before, for retired reserve officers. And here's the deal that was struck. The bill was introduced in February. We opposed. As soon as the law enforcement groups, who, by the way, some of them sponsored this bill not knowing that they were going to hurt their membership, oops, once they sniffed out the issues, this retired law enforcement officer exemption issue, they started floating the deal, right? Well, hey, if you put it back, if we get our perks back, then we'll support the bill. So preemptively, we said, wait, time out. This is a 14th Amendment problem now, guys. You know, not only do we have Second Amendment rights at stake here, we also have equal protection, right? So we said, hey, law enforcement, this is a chance to show how pro-gun you really are. Why don't we just rally together? You can stand with us. You can go neutral and stay quiet if you want, but you can't go support. Let's kill this in the first committee. Of course, that's not what happened. They cut the deal. The exemptions went in, and we've been in a dogfight for the rest of the year. So I pulled the author out into the hallway, along with some of the law enforcement lobbyists, and I said, look, if this is going to be how things are, then apparently we need to change the game. We need to change the paradigm. If law enforcement is not going to voluntarily work with us and support our rights, I keep hearing about how pro-gun everybody is. Show me. And if it's going to be about special perks and special privileges, then we will, you know, I guess we're just going to have to litigate this. And when there truly is equality, we can all fight our way to freedom together. So no more special perks. And frankly, whether we get a veto or not, we're going to have to file. We're going to have to change the paradigm moving forward. So a little bit of news on the bills, but in any case, I appreciate your time this morning. I really do think that it says a lot that the battleground states, for as much as we're under attack, we're making progress. And I think the numbers show that, and I appreciate your time.